Breaking news, the Democrat Party and the mainstream media is in full panic after House Speaker Mike Johnson just made this bombshell revelation about Joe Biden.
I do stand by it, and I say this without any personal animus at all. I mean, in some ways, I actually kind of feel sorry for Joe Biden. I mean, he's in the twilight years of his life. He is not, obviously, has not been in charge for some time. And I know this by personal observation, and now the whole world knows it. And it's been very, very concerning to me over the last, year and a half since I've had this position.
Can you tell us a story when you say personal observation?
It's public now because the Wall Street Journal got it and put it on the front page. But January a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, I had been asked, I became speaker in October 2023, and there were all sorts of big national security concerns and everything going on, and I started requesting a meeting with the president because, I'm kind of old school. I'm a constitutional law guy. The Speaker of the House should be able to talk to the president, especially in times of great national interest and calamity, but they wouldn't let me meet with him, and his staff kept giving me excuses. This went on for like 8 or 9 weeks. I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, he doesn't have time. What are you talking about? I'm second in line of the presidency. He has time. I need to talk to him. We had, I can't say the classified parts, but we had some big national concerns at the time that I was losing sleep over. Finally, I just went to the Hill press corps and I said, the president is not being allowed to meet with the speaker. There's a problem. So they started putting pressure on him. Long story short, they finally relented. They invited me to the White House. I show up and I realize it's actually an ambush because it's not just me and the president. It's also Kamala Harris, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, the CIA director, everybody. And then, so I walked in the Oval and I know what this is. They're going to hotbox the speaker on Ukraine funding. That's what it was. This is probably third week of January. We sit down, we're in the midst of it, and the whole conversation, and I'm going...
Now, I only played this video to play the other video to ask a question. It's just crazy to think, because I already said that there should be an age limit on shit like that. It don't make no sense, right? That there's somebody still in that office that was there when I was born. Like, think about that. You was there when I was born, so you made a career out of this. I don't think this is something you make a 30-year career out of, but I'm not in those positions to say.
We don't need to have this conversation. The president reaches over just like this. We're sitting right next to the fireplace in the Oval, and he grabs my arm and he says, the speaker and I just need a couple minutes together. Would y'all just leave us alone? And I looked up on the faces of some of the staff standing around the wall, and they're like, no, he did it. So he called it. He's the commander-in-chief. So everybody leaves, and he and I are standing awkwardly in the middle of the Oval Office right over the rug by that coffee table. And I said, Mr. President, thanks for the moments. This is very important. I got some big national security things I need to talk to you about that I heard, and I think you know, and what do we do? But first, real quickly, Mr. President, can I ask you a question? I cannot answer this from my constituents in Louisiana. Sir, why did you pause LNG exports to Europe? Like, I don't understand, liquefied natural gas is in great demand by our allies. Why would you do that? Because you understand, we just talked about Ukraine. You understand you're fueling Vladimir Putin's war machine because they got to get their gas from him. And he looks at me, stunned with this, and he said, I didn't do that. And I said, Mr. President, yes, you did. It was an executive order, 3 weeks ago. And he goes, no, I didn't do that. And he's arguing with me. I said, Mr. President, respectfully, could I go out here and ask your secretary to print it out? We'll read it together. You definitely did that. And he goes, you talk about natural gas. Yes, sir. He said, no, you misunderstand. He said, what I did is I signed this thing we're gonna conduct a study on the effects of LNG. I said, no, you're not, sir. You paused it. I know. I have the export terminals in my state. I talked to those people this morning. This is doing massive damage to our economy, national security. It occurred to me, Barry, he was not lying to me. He genuinely did not know what he had signed. And I walked out of that meeting with fear and loathing because I thought, we're in serious trouble. Who is running the country?
Join me on Discord to talk about it.
You're definitely right about that whole scenario, my boy, because just to think that you want the job, but you're not all the way there to even have the job. But like I said, I played that video to play this one because this is crazy how these people is like, at what point do y'all understand that y'all are the ones propaganding the same shit? Like, keep bringing it up, saying it, like propping it up, like you're the ones doing it. But because people decide to do something different, you don't like how that matter of fact, I could just play the video so y'all could hear what she said.
Our token black men are as follow: Ray J, Soulja Boy, Nelly, Rick Ross, and Snoop Dogg. Y'all all bent over and took it from the back from Trump and his white racist people. Y'all are a disappointment and a disgrace to the black community. Soulja Boy, I can see why he did it. He broke. He ain't got nothing going on with his life. But Rick Ross, you got money. Snoop, you got money. Really think y'all have really separated yourself from the black people that actually support y'all? Because what Trump and the Heritage Foundation is going to do to black people in America is erase us. And you shuck and you jive for them white folks. Snoop, what the fuck happened to you? I can remember when you would never let a white man even talk to you crazy, let alone try to bribe you. That one hurt the most.
That's called evolving, man. That's called changing. Like, you can say whatever you want. Maybe I'm one of these people that you're talking about too. But it's just to think, y'all have been doing this, spinning that same narrative. Oh, we should be this, that, and the third, but yet nothing you say would make your people band together. So they started banding together in their own little way, and you don't like that because what? They got paid for performing? Yes, you can consider it exactly what you're saying, but at what point do you stop fighting against something that's not even doing nothing to them? Because whatever you're saying doesn't do shit towards them. Like, it doesn't. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Let me let her finish.
But like I kept saying, you only black until you reach a certain amount of money, and then you forget you black, like Lil Wayne. While the black people that support y'all are the ones that's really gonna suffer. Y'all fucking.
That, you know how you sound? You sound like the type of person that will say, "Oh, get rich but still live in the hood." That's what you sound like. It's like that's dumb. That's dumb in itself. You would get rich but still be doing weirdo shit. No, those people will have to change, man. Your money makes a different lifestyle for you. And if it makes a lifestyle for you, you're gonna have to do different things. But y'all just stuck in this mindset of the past and shit should be this way and done this way. It's like, yo, bro, at some point we gotta figure out who was actually right. Yes, the house wasn't actually right, but he had a better standpoint than somebody such as yourself. And don't get it twisted. I'm a firm believer in fighting for what's right. But at the same time, when you don't have to fight and you can make because like, just to think about it, that will be put down in history. You could call it whatever you want. You can say, but they had a bad history. Like, they had pictures of them doing worse shit, but you're still stuck on them performing when there's pictures of people. Not even to say that they like that. It's clear that they can't be. I don't know. Nothing for me to say. Y'all go tell me what y'all think in the comments.